Welcome to another episode of the Alamo City Sportscast. I'm your host, Joe Garcia, and today we're going to be talking about all things San Antonio Spurs, and we got some big news that came across the wire here prior to the show. It seems like there's a rumor that's growing here that Giannis Antetokounmpo, could possibly, maybe sometime in the near future here, become a San Antonio Spurs. Well, that's the rumor anyway, as the San Antonio Spurs have been named as a dark horse along with Oklahoma City. It's to as one of the maybe couple teams that could actually land Giannis. Could you imagine that Giannis playing alongside Victor Wembanyama sometime in the near future? I know San Antonio Spurs fans would get really excited with something of that nature. Hey, Tim Gonzalez, thank you for watching, sir. We appreciate you. He says, "Yo, what up, Joe? What up, Tim?" Chris Gonzalez in here watching as well. What up? What up? And we have Paul Cantu. He says, yo, what's up, Paul Cantu? Thank you so much, you guys, for tuning in and commenting. We greatly appreciate you all's continued support. And Christopher Leah says, you know what it is? We in the building. Trade all 10 first rounders. Oh, man, I love me some Chris Leah, man. I'm going to get with you later on, brother, too. I got some information for you. So we're going to go ahead and talk later on. So as we start getting into this show, we're also going to be joined by the one and only Jeff Garcia, who will probably come in around 12:15. He's going to come in via phone because he is quite busy at work today. It's a heavy work day for him, so he's going to lend us some of his time so we can go ahead and talk about, like I said, all things San Antonio Spurs. So he'll be here around 12:15 and probably stay here for about maybe 15, 20 minutes. Chris Leah, you got the number, bro. Let me know. Yeah, I do got your number, brother. I do. I will let you know. He's over there dropping the law on mofos. Because he's always Christopher Leah was saying with Jeff. Jeff's like a lawyer or something like that. So it was making me laugh. But yeah, we got a lot of news to get into here. I mean, I even saw, I'm going to show this to you. I'm going to kind of wait for Jeff so we can go ahead and start talking about the San Antonio Spurs. But I did see some stuff coming across here recently. They showed some of the inside of the Spurs' new practice facility, specifically the court and the gym that the Spurs are going to be training in. So we're going to go ahead and share some of that video. It looks really nice, by the way. The Spurs spared no expense when it came to building that new practice facility that's over there right behind, I believe, Fiesta, Texas. So it's looking really nice. They got some really nice materials that they're using in there, sustainable materials that they're using to build that building. It gives me hope that if the San Antonio Spurs and the city could come to terms one day, maybe they can actually build a really nice arena downtown, that would look really nice as far as the vibe of the city, kind of have some of that aesthetic, maybe a little tiny flair, the Fiesta colors thrown in there somewhere. That would be pretty good. Chris Gonzalez says, make sure everyone gets their top hat, silver platter, and steaks ready for when Moneybags comes on. No doubt, dude. We're going to go ahead and give him some shit today, too, when he comes on. He probably doesn't want us to know he has a steak. He probably ordered one earlier in the week. I had no doubt. He got that Ubered over to his apartment. Christopher Leah, I just want to thank the A's for beating the Mariners. Need the Mets to do the same today. Hey, you're not lying, dude. When I woke up today, too, looking at the AL West, and I'm going to go ahead and show the standings since you're bringing that up, Christopher Leah. Let me go ahead and get that. And here we go. These are the latest standings from the AL West. And it was surprising to me. I mean, I woke up today, and it's always something new, man. You're looking at the Seattle Mariners and the Texas Rangers. They're tied, dude. They have the same exact record. Now, I think the only thing that's going to go ahead and separate them at this juncture would probably be point differentials, something of that nature, because their win percentage is exact same. So you can't go by win percentage. They both have a win percentage of .568. But right there with them is the Houston Astros with 76 wins, but they have one more loss, 58 losses, and their win percentage is .567. So they're just like a tenth of a percentage point away from taking the lead there. So that AL West, man, it is heating up. I know Mets fans here are probably wanting the Astros to lose, because like Christopher Leja said, he needs the Mets to do the same today. He needs them to win. I just wanted to thank the A's, he said, for beating the Mariners. Yes, we know that. And then we have Mike Bias. He says, let's go, LOL. Hey, you know what? Quick shout out to Mike Bias as well, man. When I was coming out here prior to the show, I saw that he just released uh a new design here. So let me go ahead and check and put this on the screen here. Check that out. This is from Bear County Social Apparel on Twitter. This is new design that he has. And there's the links, go ahead and give my boy some love here. He has 3 new designs, new shirts that he released. One says "One City, One Love, Por Vida, San Antonio." The other one says "Go Frost Yourself." That's really funny there. I like that one. And the other one looks like a kind of a Spurs Mount Rushmore. Can't really see who's on there because everything's kind of tiny here on the screen. But either way, man, go ahead and make sure you go and check out Bear County Social Apparel. Give them some love. He's out here on Twitter. You can see his Twitter handle here. It's at Bear Apparel. So make sure you go and check him out. And like I said, you want to go ahead and get some nice gear for the upcoming season, go to Bear County Social Apparel. He has that. He has the Wemby, the El Alien, and the Wemby de Guadalupe también. So you need to go and check that out because we all love that. The race is hotter than a puta sitting front row at the church. Chris Leja. The AL West is the race there is really hot today, man. Chris Gonzalez, tomorrow's is MLB waiver wire, and it ends tomorrow. Who will be picked up for all these teams for the playoff race? That's going to be interesting as well because there's going to be a lot of wheeling and dealing here. Bear County, appreciate you, my guy. Drops almost daily. Sure, man. Anything for you, man. You're always a good supporter of ours, so we got to go and return the love, man. But yeah, he's always releasing good, quality designs and stuff. So make sure you go and check him out. And not only that, but he also does like a wallpaper, I think a Wednesday or something like that, where he actually does like, wallpapers and gives that out free to the public for, your phone or whatnot. And he puts your name on it and everything, the wallpaper. So give my boy some love. And Mike Bias brings the heat. Yeah, he does. Tim Gonzalez saying Joel Embiid will be a Spur most likely next year or following year. He called it. I don't know, man. If you had a choice between Giannis Antetokounmpo or Joel Embiid, who would you really want? Who do you think gives you the best shot of winning a chip with the current roster that you have? When you add one Joel Embiid, or is it Giannis Antetokounmpo? Which one would give you a faster track to being in the let's say in the picture for a coveted, another chip here? That would be number 6 for the San Antonio Spurs. Christopher Leon. I'm trading the farm for Giannis. Embiid can kick rocks. I kind of like Giannis a little bit more. I'm not gonna lie, man. I think Joel Embiid's a good player, no doubt. But I kind of think Giannis is the better overall player. I think he also brings that championship experience because he did win a chip with the Milwaukee Bucks. So that would be some of that experience he would bring over here to the San Antonio Spurs, and that could actually help the team as well. So that's an interesting discussion. We'll get into that too with Jeff. Who would you rather have, Joel Embiid or Giannis? So I think we need to put that out as a poll as well. Go ahead and give people a choice there. Who would you rather have? And then we also have some college football games that are going to be coming up, and I got to go ahead and surprise Jeff again because it looks like for the second time in a row, an episode that I came out on of the Locked On Spurs, the most recent one, where we said, could the Spurs in fact make the playoffs next season? That actually is making national news again because it's been featured again on USA Today Sports. So I know Jeff hasn't probably seen anything yet. So when he comes on and sees this, he's going to be surprised because it looks like we struck gold again. I don't know how, but we did. So we also have news here with the San Antonio Spurs releasing their preseason schedule. That just happened a couple minutes ago. It was like maybe 30 minutes ago or so, or maybe an hour ago. And I'm going to go ahead and share this because I know one of my boys here on Twitter, he went ahead and posted that. So full disclosure here, Josh Paredes, he's works for Air Alamo. Going to go ahead and share his tweet here. And he put Spurs preseason national TV schedule. So their schedule is going to start on October the 9th at OKC. It starts at 7 p.m. That's going to be on NBA TV, which is great because we can actually, as Spurs fans, we're not delegated to watching the shitty games anymore on the little screen on the phone, because I mean the games weren't shitty, but the way the experience was really shitty. It was just quirky, man. I hated doing that. So at least this time you're going to be able to see it on TV. October the 13th, they're going to play against the Heat at 7 p.m. on TNT. Again, a nationally televised game. But the games on both October the 16th and the 18th versus the Houston Rockets at 7 p.m. will not be on national TV. So maybe they'll go ahead and be picked up here locally, or are we going to have to be delegated and forced to watch these two games on the horrible Spurs app? You know, that experience is not good, Spurs. You need to find a better way. Just maybe have the games for free on YouTube, so at least we can watch them on the big screen, you know, in our living rooms or something. You know, we would much rather do that. October the 20th, they play the Golden State Warriors at 9 p.m., and that's going to be on NBA TV. So along with these three nationally televised, let's say, preseason games, the Spurs, in addition, are going to have 19 nationally televised games this coming season when the regular season kicks off. So that's really good here for Spurs fans, because I know a lot of us that don't live here have to go ahead and get, like, you know, the NBA's, let's say, season, you know, pass that they buy. And you know, there's areas that are going to be blocked out and whatnot. You know, some games will be blocked out, but hopefully now with the 19 nationally televised games, everyone, no matter where you're at, will be able to see some Spurs games in your selective area. So that's a good thing. But yeah, big news there with the Spurs releasing their preseason schedule. I know Spernandez, our boy over here, was saying he's going to be at the one of those games. I think he's going to be at the home opener and probably one of the other preseason games as well. He's trying to get together was it a Spurs tailgate? So that's going to be interesting there. Oh God, Mike Baez. No one is as hard as MCS, not even a clay face. Man, these guys are crazy, man. Oh, look at this. That's what I'm saying, Chris Leah. Imagine Giannis and Wemby on a fast break. That would be amazing. I bet you if those two actually did team up, the NBA would be scared, dude. Because you go ahead and you have two superstars in Giannis and Wemby, you know, budding superstar there in the making there, Victor Wembanyama, along with the supporting cast that the Spurs already have. And this team would be really scary, man. I don't think anybody would want to see them in a playoff game or even a play-in game for that matter. So I don't know. It's intriguing to me, but we'll see what happens, because, again, this is just in theory. Doesn't mean that it's going to happen. Just a rumor that was going around that I picked up on Twitter, on social media. So we're going to be joined with Jeff here in about 2 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and pause real quick for a quick word from one of our sponsors. Locked On Spurs is your daily Spurs podcast, hosted by Jeff Garcia, the lead Spurs writer for Ken's 5 San Antonio. Jeff has a healthy plethora of guests all the time on the Locked On Spurs podcast. You can also follow Jeff on Threads at Jeff G Ken's 5 SA. You can also follow Jeff on Twitter at Jeff G Spurs Zone. So make sure you go ahead and give Jeff a follow, not only on Threads and Twitter, but also on YouTube at youtube.com/@Locked On Spurs. This is where you're going to be able to find the replay of the Locked On Spurs podcast. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Yeah, so make sure you go and follow Jeff at Jeff G Spurs Zone on Twitter, and make sure you also subscribe to his YouTube channel. And we also ask that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we can be found on Twitter at the Alamo City Sportscast Network. So in other news here, we're going to go ahead and start discussing some Dallas Cowboy news, of all things. And I got to wear the gear if I'm going to talk about the boys. So one of the things that I saw here right before I came out on the show is the Dallas Cowboys were trending on Twitter, man, of all things again, you know. So I'm like, okay, why are they trending on Twitter this time? Is it going to be something good or something bad? Because, you know, Dallas Cowboys, they're always involved in some sort of drama. Well, it looks like they're trending because Dak Prescott was seen at the practice facility here helping Trey Lance, demonstrating some drills to Trey Lance. And they were saying that Dak Prescott was vocal and keyed on and making sure Lance was progressing from drill to drill. So there you have it. That's why the Dallas Cowboys were trending earlier today, because Dak Prescott was helping Trey Lance do some drills. So it's either for better or for worse. Hopefully he doesn't teach him how to throw interceptions, man, because we know Dak's really good at that. And I'm sure we're going to have some interceptions week one. You know, that's the sad part about being a Cowboy fan is it is what it is with Dak, man. You get the ugly and the good. You know, when he's good, he can be good. And most of the time he's throwing picks. Oh, God, here we go. Christopher Leha, hardest decks in the game. It says, preparing Trey, get ready to take his job. Oh, God. It says, there goes, Tim Gonzalez. Money bags will definitely have a private suite at the Frost Bake Center. He probably will have a private suite, and he wouldn't invite us, man. That's the thing. Jeff, man, if you get a suite, brother, invite the people, man. You know? Invite the raza, dude, so we can go in there and enjoy some of the food and the free drink, man. I want to be part of that too, Jeff. But you know, Moneybags probably won't invite us, dude. He'll probably keep that to himself. Or he'll be over there in the media area. You know, he don't want to hang out with the common folk. But me, I'm going to be sitting with the raza. You know, I'll be out there having beers with you guys, drinking it up, yelling. Maybe we get thrown out of the game. Maybe we won't on a bad call. But either way, if we do, we'll just take the party elsewhere. Look at Christopher Leah. Do it for the raza. We will behave. No, hombre, shut up. We know damn well we ain't going to behave, especially the way we are as necios. And we have Fernandez with us too. Forget it, dude. We're getting kicked out. Anywhere we go, it's instantly going to be kicked out from somewhere. Oh, and I also saw this too. Wanted to go ahead and share this on screen with you guys. Mudslingers, man. Mudslingers, again, they're doing it right, dude. They went ahead and they partnered with Frank Harris to support student athletes. And they have a 210 inspired drink in partnership with Frank Harris and UTSA. They've created something they call the Sub-Zero Cookie Butter Breve. It's a bold espresso, cookie butter syrup, and a Breve cream. And it says Mudslingers is excited to donate $2,000 to the 210 inspired over the course of the year, and will donate 100% of the sales of Frank Harris's Sub-Zero drink every game of the season in the 2023 season. So shout out to them, man. They're supporting the community again, and that does look pretty good. So if y'all want to go ahead and get a drink that, you know, helps out the local community here, make sure you go and take a look over there, take a drive over to Mudslingers and get this new Sub-Zero drink. That's going to also help UTSA football. So that was pretty cool. I like that, man. Those are the stories I love. And my boy Jeff here is running late, man. So let me go ahead and play another sponsor, and I'm going to go ahead and call Jeff at the same time. J-Par Real Estate has been a proud sponsor of ours since day one. Check out Cynthia J. Sanchez. Her reviews can't be wrong because all of the people that she sells homes to, they give her 5 stars and say that she is prompt, that she is understanding, that she communicates well, that she calls back, that she answers questions correctly. And yes, they say that she is good at what she does. If you are in the market to buy a home, sell a home, whether it be a rental property, primary residence, or Airbnb, reach out to Cynthia J. Sanchez from J-Par Real Estate. Her number is 210-273-0748. She has 16 years of experience in real estate and is a former claims adjuster with USAA. So she knows what she's looking for when she's showing you those pre-owned homes. Give Cynthia J. Sanchez a call at 210-273-0748 for all your real estate needs. And we do have the one, the only, Jeff Garcia on the line with us right now. Jeff, what's up, man? Thank you for joining the show.
Not a problem, buddy. So I heard that you said you have a surprise for me. That apparently we did it again.
We did it again, sir. You know, just like maybe I should play that Britney Spears song. You even said, "Hit me," you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and show this on screen so you can see it.
Okay.
Let's see. Here we go. There it is. We made the national news again, Jeff.
Let's see.
We're on the Spurs wire, you see, for USA Today Sports.
Oh, yeah.
Could the San Antonio Spurs make the playoffs next season? This was one of the most recent episodes that you did of Locked On Spurs with me.
Well, that was with you too. Yeah. How did you do it again, Joe? So you find this stuff. I can't.
Yeah, I just checked before I came on. You know, I was like, you know what? Let me check. Let me see if We made
All right,
national news
Joe,
again.
be honest. How much are you paying these guys on the
I'm not
side?
paying them
Every time
nothing.
that you come on, it's like here's an extra $50 USA Wire.
I'm not paying them nothing, dude. This is just I guess a good topic of discussion. So they go ahead and feature it on their site, man. So we did it again. Congratulations, Jeff.
No. Thanks you, man. That's back to back already, me and you. So that's good. That's something there. Hey, just a quick heads up to everybody listening right now. Today's episode of Locked On Spurs, Joe, you would have been laughing, but you also would have been so itching to help. Major technical issues.
No, not
I
again.
I touched the computer and everything was working fine. 1 minute before we hit record, everything goes to hell. It was just so bad. So it's audio only today. So hopefully we'll get a video up on the next episode. But yeah, I was thinking of you too when this happened. I said if Joe was here, he probably would be laughing his butt off, saying,
Of course.
again,
You always have tech issues,
again.
man. You and tech issues go hand in hand, brother.
I can touch a bowl of cereal and it'll just melt.
Explode.
It explodes. I can touch a door handle and it'll just like collapse after it's brand new installed. But yeah, I heard you talk about the Spurs preseason schedule a little while ago. It's around the corner.
Yeah, they released the schedule. Yeah. And the cool thing about it, Jeff, is that the Spurs are actually going to feature 3 games out of the 5 games, preseason schedule.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to release 3 of those games on national TV. The other 2, I think it was October the 16th and the 18th games against the Houston Rockets. Those don't have a home yet. So it's probably going to either be local or it's going to be on the horrid Spurs app, that quirky way that we watch games. Preseason game, it's horrible. And that's cool. At least we're going to be able, as fans, to be able to see games on the big screen because they're going to be nationally televised. The other thing I was going to ask you is there's a rumor that came out and it's been gaining a lot of traction here. And that's one thing I wanted to talk with you about. So this was from, I shared it from Legion Hoops, but they got it from an NBA executive. It was an excerpt. And an NBA executive, they said, believes no one would be in a better position to get Giannis than OKC and 2 other dark horses, San Antonio and Toronto. Now, Spurs fans are getting really excited with this because they're like, oh, my God, can you imagine what it would look like if we have Wemby and Victor Wembanyama on the court together? And I'm like, yes, it's great in theory, but we're going to have to give up a lot in order to get one Giannis. And then somebody else in the comments had said, what about Joel Embiid? So I'm like, well, that's another big man. But if I had to pick between the 2, I would much rather have Giannis Antetokounmpo. But this is just a rumor. Jeff, how likely do you think this scenario is to play out?
Not at all. No, I mean, anybody can do this. Joe, you can go on this show right now and just say, hey, such and such executive told me that the Spurs are going to chase Steph Curry. Everybody's going to believe you.
And don't name the executive.
Just don't name the executive. No, I don't buy it at all. I just think it's one of those hypotheticals. That's all they are, hypotheticals, and Spurs fans will think it's concrete, like MCS concrete, and just roll with it. No, I'm not buying it at all. I even paid no mind. I didn't even write it up for Ken's time.
Yeah, it's just a rumor.
I think it'd be a fun topic to discuss, like on Locked On Spurs, but full on write up or something. But if I had to pick between the 2, I would go with the Greek Freak.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
better overall player, I think. And he comes with championship experience because he did win a championship with the Milwaukee Bucks. But again, the likely scenario that will actually happen is probably very slim because I think the Spurs are willing to go ahead and just build around Victor Wembanyama and see what kind of talent they have right now with this young core and see what they go ahead and, let's say, can mesh into. We don't really know. There's a lot of question marks right now. We have a lot of players that can be coming into their own this upcoming season, including one Devin Vassell. If he stays healthy, I think this is going to be his time to shine, his breakout season, Jeff. Don't you?
Oh, yeah. He's on my list for having a breakout season. In no particular order, I have him, Devin number 1. Then, again, random order, it just, Malachi, I think he might see himself have a nice step up. Jeremy Sohan, I think his numbers will increase. I'm interested in seeing Keldon Johnson, though, because so far through 5 years already, he's pretty much been who we see. Sure, there's been little tweaks here and there, but his 3-point shot fell off tremendously last year. I wonder if this is it. He is who he is. Will he give us another facet to his game? We'll find out soon. One thing I like, just more finesse out of him. instead of just being a big old bulldog. I mean, this is great. It's effective. He gets some points, and it's awesome. But just to add some diversity to his portfolio there on the court would be awesome to see. Consistent jumper, perhaps a better passer, ball control, and stuff like that. I would like to see out of him. But I mean, that's exactly what we spoke about on today's Locked On Spurs, which is a fun episode, by the way. Let's just say tour, like music world tour T-shirts were brought up. It's a pretty hilarious one segment, but the idea is, are these kids ready? Are they ready? We said last year, this is their time to shine. All the vets are gone. It's yay. And then it turned into what? A rebuild and, a tank job. Now, I don't think it'll be a tank job this upcoming season. It's going to be a retooling job just to assess what they have and then retool moving on. But we'll see. There's so many candidates for, having big leaps. Trey Jones is another one. Imagine you're Trey Jones and you put up those pretty good numbers and you value the ball and you're the floor general and, you don't ask for touches. You want to get everybody going and people think that you're not it for this crew. That campaign is. So, yeah, I think everybody's going to be looking out to prove something next year.
Yeah, so I wanted to go ahead and also talk to you about this. The Spurs actually released a video, Jeff, earlier today, and it's about, the new practice facility that's going up here. So I'm going to play this video. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm going to go ahead.
I'll walk it along with you.
Yeah.
You guys are pretty lucky today because we just turned the lights on yesterday. It's really exciting because it feels like it's a real gym now. For a long time, it felt like a construction project. Now it feels like we're kind of turning the corner. Some of the things I just wanted to point out.
Yeah, so you can see the full video over at the Spurs Twitter, on their Twitter page here, and you can go ahead and follow them at Spurs. But take a look at that, and just from what you've seen, as far as what the inside of the facility looks like, Jeff, it's quite impressive, man. I got to say, I like the way it looks, especially when I'm showing you right now with some of these beams that are on the ceiling. They said that they have the largest freestanding facility let's say has beams in the ceiling in the state of Texas, so that's quite an accomplishment. And then a lot of the materials they're using are like, sustainable materials. I guess they've been recycled and now they're being repurposed here. So a lot of the stuff that they're using is made for the long haul, especially like the floor and everything, but the lighting, the way that the court, the gym looks right now, I mean, it's beautiful. The Spurs spared no expense, Jeff, on this practice facility. I mean, what do you think about it so far?
I think this is part of the rebuilding process that we're seeing. A while back, Spurs executive spoke with the Sports Business Journal, and they were talking about this new facility. Now, mind you, it was barely ground was broken, no beams were hauled in yet, and they're not only seen as a new facility for these kids, and also for the community as well, because it is open to the public. That the campus it is, not necessarily maybe the Spurs when they're practicing, but the campus is. They see it as a tool to attract big name free agents. So let's just say Giannis is a free agent, and he's deciding, who do I pick? Well, they could throw this at a major free agent, say, hey, look at our brand new facility. We have this for our players. We made this for them. So they see it as an avenue to bring in top quality talent via free agency. So it looks great, though. It looks humongous. I'm interested in seeing like what's surrounding it. Like, what is it going to be? A gym? Like, can the public use the public gym there? Is it going to be dog parks? I know the Spurs opened up I had a soft opening of a dog park recently, but is that part of the campus? So I'm really interested to see the final product when it's done. But it's coming out great, Joe. And the Spurs spare no expense for you, Joe. Look, they're building you a new campus. Can you believe that? Yeah, they're building Joe Garcia a new gym for him to shoot hoops.
Yeah, look at that. It's really nice, man. This is they call it the Victory Capital Performance Center.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks great. I mean, it's night and day from what the Spurs have now to this. This is like the next leap, next generation kind of stuff, So
sure.
I love it, man.
But it's far out there, isn't it? Like way, way not even close to downtown at all, right?
No, it's not near downtown. It's more out here on 1604 outside the loop. It's right behind Fiesta, Texas, so
That's far.
you can see, like, even when they're showing the video, and they're kind of panning around with the drone footage, you can see Fiesta, Texas right in the background, so it's right behind Fiesta, Texas. It's out there by 1604, outside the loop there. But yeah, nowhere near downtown, so that's either a good or a bad thing. Maybe they want to get the players away from downtown.
Can you imagine that's the next thing? Okay, now we got our downtown arena. Can we bring in a downtown facility? Can you imagine?
Oh, man. That would be something, though. I mean, if you're downtown already, why wouldn't you want to go and enjoy some libations, some drinks and some food, Maybe that's why they don't have it near downtown.
Remember when the east side was supposed to be revitalized because of the AT&T Center?
Oh, yeah.
It was what happened to that, Joe?
Yeah, we talked about that yesterday, man. I had CT on the show yesterday, and basically what I was saying is that the reason Carolina Teague, I had her on yesterday, and we're talking about that. And the reason being that, that didn't happen, the gentrification is, it was, the city and the county, they kind of dropped the ball, was something that just never came to fruition. They didn't have a good enough plan. There was just, failed leadership. City officials didn't follow through on their promises. And unfortunately, it just turned into what you see now, which is just the AT&T Center and a lot of nothing,
Yeah.
So hopefully that won't happen again. But
the Coke distribution center is across the street, Joe. So that's something.
Yeah. At least it's something. Something.
Why can't we go get a nice drink over there? Why can't we just walk across the street and get a refreshing Coke Diet Coke before we get in? Remember like the old school butter crust tours? You get the ruler and the pencil and the paper.
That bread, man, that bread was something else, bro.
Man, I can still taste it. It was so buttery.
It was,
and then
so
when you
good.
get back to your seat at the bus, you'd have the book covers.
Yep,
and
the paper
ruler,
book covers.
The paper book covers, the ruler and the pencils.
Yep.
And then you're eating
your bread.
Free slice of bread.
Hey, that buttered bread was the shit, bro. I don't know what they put in that thing, man, but it was like fresh, hot off the press, man.
You probably got back in line to get another slice.
Oh yeah, we definitely got 2 slices, brother. You know how we are. You know how we do it. We got back on the bus, and we had like 2 slices, man. But I wanted to ask you this too, because it's crazy to me. Like, Austin Reeves been getting a lot of attention, right? And he gets more attention because they were showing some highlights of him as the USA blew out, Jordan yesterday in the FIBA tournament. And he had this amazing putback, that a putback dunk that he had. I'll play it real quick, so everybody can see it. But, that's one of the things that I get tired of, man, is that they start giving love to these other players, and it's like, I get it and all, but I would much rather see the attention focused on the San Antonio Spurs, me being a Spurs fan, so seeing Austin Reeves get his shine. I mean, the kid deserves it. He's worked hard. He had a breakout season with the Lakers, man, but that's enough of that, man. I want to see me some Wembanyama highlights on the screen.
That's coming soon. Another, about a month-ish, another month out. And then Spurs basketball is back. Obviously, training camp will open up before that, so a little earlier, but nevertheless, yeah.
Look at Bear County Social Apparel. He says, why didn't the county do anything with the decrepit golf course across the street? And I believe the county is the one that owns that property too. And it's still there.
Valley? Is it that Pecan Valley golf course or something else?
Yeah, Pecan Valley, I believe it is. And there's nothing that's going on with it. It's just dead. It's just dead monte. Basically, that's all it is.
And they try to keep people to stay behind games. Remember, they opened up that rock and roll area in the back after games. And
the
like an after hours rock and brew. Thank you. They have like an after hours thing, but I don't remember anybody staying for that. I mean, you have to be a diehard to stay in that area of town and just hang out at Rock.
No, the Rock and Brews was popping, dude. Like back in the day when the Spurs would do it right, when they had the Rock and Brews, they had that going on weekend games. So it was like a Friday game, Saturday games, basically. So after the game was over, they would open that back up, and they had live bands. So the live bands they had, they were pretty good, and they had drink specials they called them drink specials, right? So, I mean, basically you would go in there and you'd be able to buy a beer maybe for a little bit less than you would when the game was going on, not by much, but I mean, hey, it was something. And it was a good place to just hang out, for a little bit. I mean, you weren't going to be having a nightcap there. I mean, you'd hang out for maybe another 30, 40 minutes, have a beer, watch some of the, the show and stuff, and then be like, all right, it's time to get out of here and go and go to my normal place that I'm going to go to finish the night, but
Mm-hmm.
it was cool just to hang tight, especially after a big win, and kind of chop it up with some of the fans and enjoy some music, a beer, and then hit the road, because you would wait by that time, you wait for the crowd to clear out, because if you're trying to leave right away after a game, the traffic scene out there, it's horrible.
Oh, forget about it.
Yeah, you might as well just sit in your car for 10 or 15 minutes and have a beer waiting for you. If you do it right, you bring your little ice chest, you got some ice packs or something in there, you crack the windows, and you wait for the crowd to clear out a little bit, and you sitting in there with your boys talking about the games while you're enjoying a cool one. That's what I do.
But you did the Rock and Brews, right? Like you went to it?
Yeah. I went to the Rock and Brews a couple of times. It was cool. I enjoy it. I'll probably go again if they have it this season, man. But I don't know. It all depends if they're going to go ahead and do that again or not. They did have some good bands though. They came out and played when they would do that, but we'll see what happens this coming year. But I'm going to ask you a question before you leave here, because I know it's getting closer and closer for you to say your goodbyes to us. But I know you saw the latest episode of Ahsoka, right?
I have not.
You have not. Well, you need
I
to.
saw the first two.
Okay.
I have not seen the recent one. But okay, but I know you want to talk about it, but can we just talk about it in general?
Yeah, you can talk about it in general. I won't tell you about the new episode.
Yeah, don't tell me about the new episode. Hey, so why don't they just call it Clone Rebels Season 5? That's basically what it is.
They just, for marketing purposes, I guess they just can't, because Disney wants to do away with the Star Wars Rebels brand itself for the name. And so they go ahead and focus on a beloved character like Ahsoka.
But that's all it is. It's just the new season of Rebels. That's all it is.
It's just a continuation of what happened several years after the events of the last episode, Right,
exactly. And that's what baffled me. And like when I was seeing the previews and, before they released the first two episodes, at the end of the trailer and at the write-ups, I was reading some write-ups, and like, this is just Rebels. It's just live-action Rebels Season 5. That's it. And I had some issues with some of the characters in the first two episodes. First of all, what happened to Ahsoka's personality?
Oh yeah, man, it's non-existent.
Non-existent. She was very perky, plucky, very gung-ho about a battle. She a little wisecracks, and now she's all mopey. All mopey. Unless they're trying to make her seem like she's been through a lot, and that what she went through just zapped her personality.
I gotta tell you, man, though, Jeff, I mean, when you're looking at Hera, bro, she looking good, dude. And it wasn't just me who noticed too. Star Wars fans and my boys too, they were texting me as this show was going on. They're like, who's that green girl, man? Hera. Mary Elizabeth Winstead, she's married to Obi-Wan, lucky man,
Oh, for us. Yeah, I did not know that. Like in real life, right?
Yeah, in real life, he's married to her. She's cute, man. Yeah, she's cute.
She was in what was that? Video game?
Jeff Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, she was in Scott Pilgrim. She played the bad girl, the one that was messing with his heart.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hey, we got a question.
She has a good Netflix movie though. If you go on Netflix, there's one where she's like trying to take on like Japanese mafia. It's a pretty good one.
I gotta check that out. Hey, Tim Gonzalez has a question. He says, Moneybags, which college team will be successful this year? Texas, TCU, Baylor, Texas Tech, Houston, SMU, Texas A&M, plus UTSA and UIW have 10 wins. Have 10 win seasons this year. He goes,
I'm gonna go UTSA.
UTSA, you think UTSA? Yep. UIW always low key, man. They always have good seasons. So UIW, I'm gonna go with UTSA. Texas, man, UT, they just seem like they just can't get their shit together, man. They win some big games, and then the games that they should win, they lose them, just much like the Cowboys. I'm not a true believer in Texas right now. They got to show me something first. TCU, sneaky good team, man, every year. Baylor, another one that could make some noise. Texas Tech, I know they have them high on the list right now. So I want to believe in Texas Tech. And my boy Wesley Perkins, he's a Texas Tech alum. And I believe Chris Leha as well. So, yeah, so kudos to them. Houston, I don't know, man. They seem like a team that could be up and coming. SMU, same thing.
Yeah. Hey, I see Hanover Fist comment. This is the Rebels won, so they're not the Rebels anymore. But what do they say, Joe? Once a rebel, always a rebel.
Yeah.
Remember? So it's just Rebels season 5. That's all it is. And but I hope they do it right though, because you're going to introduce a very big character for the first time in live action, and they cannot drop the ball. And that's all about Grand Admiral Thrawn.
No, there's something else going on there too. Remember that one?
Drop the ball with that.
Remember the other guy they got going on? The one that's all masked, kind of looks like a knight. He has an armor covering his face.
I have a theory who that is.
Yeah, me too, man. I'm just like, oh God, please no. You
I
know,
mean, I have 2 theories about it. One is too obvious.
the name.
And by the way, for everybody who's listening right now, unfortunately, this is the one series where I would recommend you have to start from Rebel season 1, because it's hard to dive into this one. Because if you don't know anything what happened in the 4 seasons of Rebels, you're likely not going to know what is going on.
Yeah, you'll be lost.
You're going to be lost. Like, why is there a mural? Why is Ahsoka all pouty?
Who's this kid Ezra?
Who's this kid Ezra? What's with Sabine, and why does she have an issue with that? I mean,
what's with the whales?
What's with the whales? Yeah. So I mean, it's going to be rough, and I recommend everybody watch the first season of Rebels to the end, because that's the only way you're going to understand what's going on. You can try to explain somebody to it, but you're going to have to crash course in them and leave a lot out.
Yeah, I do have a question for you, Jeff. Got to ask you, man. So everybody's always asking, when is Jeff going to get here? I'm like, was Jeff possibly going to be here before the start of the preseason games? Maybe Jeff might go and take in a preseason game,
No, what I want to happen, Joe? Like, you're at HEB, and then you just see me go across an aisle, and I just go like that, just to see your reaction. Just be like, hey, Jeff, wait, what? What's going on here? Like, am I in the world between the worlds here or something? What's happening?
I think the telltale sign will be me, you, and Jimenez taking a picture together at Bar 1919.
Oh, man, that'd be fun. That would be fun.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the telltale sign.
But I was going to ask you a question, though.
Yeah.
Yesterday, not yesterday. I think on Monday, y'all were talking about Cowboys a lot.
Yeah, Cowboys.
Why is it I follow the Cowboys, but not as closely as you. So this may be a dumb question. How come everybody's making a big deal about the trade? Like, I don't get it. Like, what am I missing?
I think what's going on with this trade, man, is more of a distraction than anything else, So what's happening is that the Cowboys went ahead and made a trade. Let me fix my hair, dude. I'm like, what the hell? All right. I don't know. My hair's all messed up. I need to get a haircut, by the way. So what's going on is the trade that the Cowboys made with Trey Lance, and, of course, with the 49ers, giving them a 4th round pick for Trey Lance. The Cowboys already had their quarterback solidified. You had William Greer, you had what's his name, Cooper Rush, and you had Dak Prescott. Then you bring in Trey Lance. Of course, one of those has got to go, and the Cowboys went ahead and released William Greer to go ahead and retain Trey Lance. Then you have the photos over here of Dak Prescott helping Trey Lance go through some drills. They just posted that earlier today. So the whole dilemma behind this is, why does Jerry do this kind of stuff? You already had a quarterback lineup. Why go ahead and make a trade for a new quarterback or for a younger quarterback? Because I think Jerry low-key is trying to put the pressure on Dak to perform, saying that, hey, we're bringing in your replacement kind of thing, even though they didn't say that. And Trey Lance is more one of these gambles. You don't really know what this kid can do. He was a high pick for the 49ers. I believe he was 3rd overall a couple seasons ago, but he's a work in progress nonetheless, So yes, if the Cowboys go ahead and work with him and he pans out, great. But you also have Cooper Rush that has a lot more experience and has been on the sidelines and has proven that he can go ahead and run this offense when he needs to, So if, let's say, the Cowboys went ahead and said they parted ways with Dak, more than likely they're going to give the position over to Cooper Rush, Yeah. But just bringing in Trey Lance at this juncture, when you're already going to be done with the preseason, bringing him in now, I don't still see the logic behind it, other than it's just, Jerry trying to put pressure on Dak, and it's just creating drama for no reason,
Oh, don't they say Jerry Jones loves drama?
Jerry Jones loves. It would not be Cowboys. You would not be here sitting here with me talking about Cowboys unless it involves some type of drama. And that's the thing with these Dallas Cowboys, Jeff. You can't have Dallas Cowboys and drama you can't have that happen as you're in the preseason or even going into the regular season. It happens every damn year. Somebody's in trouble. Somebody said off camera or whatever, something that happened behind the scenes comes out. There's a video. It's on, social media. Jerry Jones or, one of his sons says something. I mean, there's always something going on. So it's no surprise that, Jerry does these types of things. I mean, Jerry's going to Jerry no matter what, And look at Chris Gonzalez. He says, Jerry loves him some Jerry. That he does, man. He's his own biggest supporter. I will not lie. I like this comment from Tim Gonzalez, Jeff. Moneybags will buy food at Don Pedro's. He better buy food for all of us at Don Pedro's. I better get an invite.
That's the thing. You're not going to know when I'm there. You see? They're like, keep it low key.
I better get me an invite if you're going to go to Don Pedro's, man. I want to go and have Don Pedro's over there on the south side, bro. Puro south side.
But you're all about Marbach, though. You're not about the south side.
Yeah. No, I grew up on the south side, too. I have a lot of family over there, man. My grandma's house is on Commercial. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's still there.
Hey, remember when you asked me to come on? I said, I'll have something for you. I said I might have a little something special.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in case you missed it, everybody, and listen up, Spurs fans and card collectors, Topps, Topps, the basketball card people, or just trading card guys.
Yeah.
Get this. This is crazy what they're doing. I want to go to this. I will fly to San Antonio to do this. They're having a private event in San Antonio. And the only way to get in is you have to have this special basketball card that's about Wembanyama. It's a very detailed card. It's like a super gold glitter refractor Wemby card or something like that. Like one of the hardest ones to find. But I mean, it's hard, but not too difficult.
Are you showing this?
No, what do you mean I'm showing this?
I don't know if you're showing the card itself. Like, do you have it on your Twitter or anything?
No. It's an article on Ken's 5. It's on Ken's 5.
No.
Okay. So basically the card. Okay, so you find this Wemby card and it gets you into the private event. Here's the thing: if you have that card, Topps is going to cover $400 of your trip just to get to San Antonio.
Wow.
This is how crazy it is. And okay, so you're in the event, and then it's kind of like a Topps trading card convention, but it's closed. Okay, the only way you can get in is with that special Wemby card. Now,
I see it here. I'm showing it on the website.
Yeah. No, so check this out. So you get into this private event in San Antonio is next month in September. Here's the thing: they're going to be raffling off the ultra rare, super one of a kind, the very first card that Wembanyama autographed in his life.
It says this card could be yours.
Yeah, that's it.
First ever signing. Wow, dude.
Yep. So they're gonna have a raffle for that, and if you win that raffle, forget about it. You're gonna own like $1 million commodity there.
That's a nice card, dude. I mean, it's gonna come with some coins, so only somebody like you that has money, money bags can be able to go ahead and get that.
Well, first of all, no. I got to find out how to get in like the media pass. But okay, you see Jacob on the comments there. That's it right there. It has to be a green parallel Chrome University card, Wemby card, just to get in, just to get into the event.
You have to have that card.
You have to have that card, and that card alone is just hard to find. You can get it, but good luck. You have to buy maybe a couple of boxes worth of, just to dig through all the packs and find that
boxes aren't cheap nowadays
and
either.
The boxes aren't cheap, yeah. And then you get in, and then that could be yours.
Yeah.
Can you imagine getting that card and how much that one card is going to be?
That'd be worth some coin there. I don't know if I want to give that up. I'd want to hang on to it, but you can go ahead and check out this story over at Ken's 5. This is something I believe that you wrote up, Jeff. So yeah, exactly. I'm not showing the full article. I just showed the picture and scrolled it. But yeah, go ahead.
Can you scroll down just a little bit more? I want to just to see something.
Sure. There's the card.
Yeah, there's the card. Okay, that's scrolling up. There, scroll down.
No, there it is. Is that it right there? That picture?
No. Scroll down, like towards the bottom of the article. Like if you're reading it, because on my end it looks like you went up.
I'm going down. I'm going all the way down. Now it goes back up by itself.
Oh, okay. That's just throwing me off. So basically, if you go there, you'll see that you don't even have to show up. So, for example, let's just say you win that card, you send them proof that you got that card, and you don't necessarily have to fly in, but you get into the raffle. Look how much that one card went.
Yeah.
That one,
this one right here,
$15,000. But
That's
that was
coin,
not
man.
that was not autographed though.
Jeez, can you imagine if it was? Jesus,
I know, exactly. So yeah, good luck, people trying to get in. They're very secretive. They're not going to tell you where in San Antonio it is. They'll give you the date, but they're not going to say what time. Like, you have to get that one card just to get in.
Yeah. So there you go. You can go ahead and check that out over at Jeff's Twitter, so make sure you go and follow him at Jeff G Spurs Zone. And I'm showing you guys right now the tweet that he posted out there, and it has a link back to the Cans 5 website where you can get more information about this event.
Yeah, that's going to be a great event.
Yeah, so I know you're up against it, Jeff. Thank you for your time,
Sure.
man. I greatly appreciate you, man. So, hey, we made it again. National news, Jeff. USA Today.
Let's try it again. Let's do it again soon.
I think I'm the magic that makes that happen, man.
I think you're paying USA Today to get in.
No, I'm not. I'm really not, dude. All right, Jeff. I'll talk to you later, man. Thank you.
Later. Yep.
All right. So a big shout out to Jeff Garcia, man, for joining us on today's show and talking, San Antonio Spurs basketball with us. But let's go ahead and play another word here from one of our sponsors here. Serenity Manor is an events venue located at 14405 Old Bandera Road, across from Flores Country Store, set in a historic building that is over 100 years old. You can have a baby shower, bridal showers, quinceañeras, sweet 16s, corporate events, weddings. There's an indoor and outdoor venue with a dance floor and a sand volleyball court out in the back, set under the shade of the trees, and there is beautiful lighting in the evenings. Serenity Manor is a very beautiful place that is very family-oriented, and they have rotating Thursday nights. They have karaoke and game nights. They also have a bar that serves beer, wine, and margaritas. So after a concert at Flores Country Store, you can go over, diagonal across the street, catty corner, grab a beer, get away from the crowd, and check out the beautiful Serenity Manor. Yeah, so make sure you guys go and check out Serenity Manor. It's a great place. It's located at 14405 Old Bandera Road in Helotes, Texas, right across the street, catty corner from Flores Country Store. And also, before we go ahead and leave you guys today, we got to go ahead and give some love here to our boys over at MCS General Contracting. MCS General Contracting, more than 30 years of combined experience in concrete placement. They are the best in the business, honest pricing, high quality work. They get going on house foundations, driveways, concrete patio decks. If you want to extend the deck, extend the driveway. If you're a business and you need to put together a slab, a parking lot, or other concrete placement services or sidewalks, reach out to MCS General Contracting at 210-774-9155. They're confident in their skills, so give Chris Leha over at MCS General Contracting a call at 210-774-9155. And thank you for being a sponsor of this show. There you go. MCS General Contracting. You can go ahead and give Chris Leha there a call, 210-774-9155. And like Chris likes to remind everybody, man, MCS General Contracting has the hardest concrete in the game. There he is. I'm like DJ Khaled. We the best. Oh, look at what Tim Gonzalez says. Can Moneybags, can you get all the hookups? Man, just stop lying. You know damn well Jeff is going to be over there at that Topps card event, man. Please. It says, I bet these boxes start at 100 or more. They probably do, man. The boxes are the thing, man. You want to go ahead and buy these boxes, but they're hard to come by and they're expensive, especially if you're getting them in the, secondary market, third market over there, on eBay or something. It's crazy, man. The card game is big business right now, especially that Wembanyama, card, that rookie card. Very rare, hard to find, man. So if you're lucky enough to get one of those, man, hang on to it. Maybe take it to a Spurs game encased in plastic, and hopefully he gets to sign it for you guys. That's one of those things that you definitely don't want to give up. So for tomorrow's show, we're still working on a guest to have for you guys. Hopefully I can get a word from a guest, here soon. If not, I might reach out to one of the boys out here, and see if they want to be a guest on the show tomorrow and talk some sports. Maybe Chris Leja or Mike Baez, somebody else here in the chat. I mean, we got our boys over here from, was it Solar, was it Castro Solar or something like that? So we can go maybe get somebody in there and, talk about some sports for tomorrow. I know we're going to be coming up against Thursday, so you know what that means. That means high school football once again. Chris Leah, I'm going to see if I can get one of my boys, man, to come on. Maybe today. I'll go ahead and see if he wants to pre-record, or maybe he'll come on tomorrow. And that's my boy, B. Damone from Along the Wire. These guys have been at it for quite some time here, local in San Antonio, and they have some of the best coverage when it comes to high school football here, especially getting interviews with some of the coaches and some of the upcoming players as well. So make sure you go ahead and give him some love, man. I'm going to go ahead and share his Twitter handle here with you guys as well. And it's Along the Wire. So let me go ahead and look for him. Give me 1 sec. I got to show him, man. There he is. B. Damone. Found him here. Let me go ahead and share that with you. And this is my boy here. Make sure you go ahead and give him a follow. Along the Wire. And again, they go ahead and give some of the best coverage when it comes to high school football. And he went ahead and pinned this tweet too. This is from August 27th, just a couple days ago. And he's talking about week 2. And these are the 6A top 20 rankings that he has here. So make sure you can go check that out. And again, man, he's always at a lot of these games starting on Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday, man. They're always getting some video and a lot of stuff that they have going on there. So give him a follow, definitely, man. So, boys, looks like that's about all the time we have for today's show. I'm up against the clock, too, because I got to go ahead and I got a meeting today. So I got to get out here just a little bit early, just maybe a minute or two, so I can get ready for that meeting for work. Everybody hates meetings. They're boring as hell. I know I don't like them either. I always want to fall asleep in the damn meetings. I don't even know why we have meetings. They're just a waste of time. Nonetheless, got to go ahead and bring the show to an end, man. It's been a joy to come out here and do this show every day with you guys. Thank you guys for your support and for chiming in and chatting and making the show go and making the show lively and fun. Shout out to you, Chris Leja, Tim Gonzalez, Jacob Eric, Hanover Fist, Joshua Jimenez. Love you guys, man. Mike Baez of Bear County Social Apparel. We even got Mario Cavazos in here, one of our usuals, so I really appreciate you. And we also had, I believe, Mudslingers was in the building as well. Hanover Fist, so JC, so thank you guys again. We really appreciate every single one of you guys for tuning in, watching the show, and just, being a joy to be able to talk with you guys every day, and like I said, just do this every day. It's just been a lot of fun, man. So that's about all the time I have for today. I'll see you boys tomorrow. Y'all take care now. Peace.